Have you ever tried to do something that just was so hard that you just said, oh, I'm just gonna quit. It's just too difficult. Maybe for you, it's been riding a bike and you just thought, oh, mom, I just can't do it. Keep the training wheels on. Or maybe for you, it's reading. It doesn't matter how much time you spend with a tutor or how many books you read. You just thought, I can't do it. I'm finding a way around reading. Maybe it's another subject in school, or maybe it's a hobby that you have, like riding your bike or riding your skateboard, and there's a trick that you're just stuck on and you keep thinking, other people are better at it. They've gotten this trick. I'm going to give up. They can do it. Maybe for you, it's art. Maybe you have this really cool character that you're trying to draw and you just are just so stuck that you give up and you go, I'm done. I'm not drawing anymore. Other people are more talented than me. It's not coming naturally. I give up. You see, our natural response oftentimes to hard things is to just quit, to go, it's too hard. The world often tells us that that's the way we're supposed to do it. That if things don't come naturally for us, if they make us uncomfortable, if it's out of our comfort zone, if we don't seem to be super skilled and the best and the most talented, then maybe that's not who we are. And maybe we need to let someone else do that and go find out who we are. But you see, God actually tells us that there are things that he wants us to do that are not easy, that don't come naturally. In fact, Andy shared a message today how God calls us to love other people, that as citizens of heaven, we're supposed to be known by how we love. And loving doesn't always come naturally. It doesn't always come easy. In fact, if we read the letter that Andy shared with us today, look in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and read how Paul describes how we're supposed to love, you look at it and go, there's no way I can love like that. That's way too hard, especially to love people that I don't get along with, or I don't even like, or that who are mean to me and who don't like me. How am I supposed to do that? That's too hard. I mean, look at that letter. Read those words, you guys. It talks about how we should love people by giving to them and sharing with them, even if they don't do anything in response or back to us, even if they're mean to us. I want you to think about, in your life, are there people who maybe you've given up on, who are just too hard to love? Maybe there's a kid at school and he's annoying or he's been mean to you and you just thought, he's too hard to love. I'm just not going to talk to them. I'm not going to love them. I just give up. Maybe there's some kids at your school or in your neighborhood and you've just thought, oh, they're just weird, or they're outside of my friend group, and my friends, when I've tried to be nice to them, they kind of make fun of me, and so you go, I give up on them. I'm just not going to do it. It's too hard. It's too uncomfortable. Maybe it's a person in your family, and no matter what you do, they're not nice to you, and you try and you try and try, and you just go, you know what? I'm done. All of us have a person in our life where we go, oh, they're hard to love because they're different than us. Or maybe we just don't agree, or maybe we just don't get along. And sometimes we use the excuse of the world that if it doesn't come naturally, or if it's not easy, we might think, oh, maybe that's our past, that maybe that's an excuse. That's a reason why maybe we're just not supposed to love, or at least love that person. But God doesn't give us that excuse. He calls us to love even when it's hard. In fact, Jesus loved us even when it was hard. Every single one of us, we all have sinned and we all deserve the consequences of that. But before we could even try to earn that or to try to repay him, Jesus came to the earth and died on the cross for us. He is the true source of love, and he is the true example of love. And he doesn't ask us to repay him. We couldn't even if we tried, but he doesn't ask us to. And so today, I think we're sort of challenged to change our thinking about how we view who we love and how we love. We're not supposed to make love about ourselves and do things that make us feel comfortable and do things that benefits us. True love, like we read in 1 Corinthians 13, is about doing things that benefit others. If it's not benefiting others, if it's just from us, that's not really love. It's just like that noisy, clanging cymbals. It's just a bunch of noise. It's not actually love. So today, I challenge you, how can you step out in love? You're not going to do it perfectly. You're going to mess up. It's going to be messy, and that's okay. God is asking us not to quit, not to give up. Stop making excuses. But today, step out and starting to love people, not in a way that is supposed to benefit us, not in a way that feels good all the time, but sometimes in a way that's hard and uncomfortable. So today, ask God to show you, who are you supposed to love? And ask him, the true source of love, to help you, to encourage you, to help you not to give up, and to love them even when it's hard.